go.
Welcome back to another episode of the Stay Onside Football Podcast, where tonight we'll be going through Transfer Deadline Day, Game Week 5 review, Game Week 6 preview, FPL, and our special onside or offside questions. I'm your host, Christian, and joining us today is a special guest, our former Sunday League teammate and Arsenal fan, Jack. Jack, you must be feeling good after this morning Arsenal win.
Very good. It's a pleasure to be on, boys. It's an honour.
Glad to have you on, mate.
What about yourself, Chris? How are you going today?
Yeah, I'm good. Question.
Yeah,
I'm just going to say apologies in advance if I'm like a zombie tonight. Super tired from getting up to watch the midweek games, or maybe it's the depression from watching Chelsea crush my spirits. But either way, just happy to be here.
And Brodie, how are you going today? Must
Mate,
be buzzing.
in the nick of time, mate. Feeling great.
No, so it was a good. It's been not for Chris so much, but it was a good midweek. It's good to have the midweek matches back, something to get up to in the morning while getting ready for work. But we'll move on to the midweek games. We'll have a quick look at the scores and our predictions. It wasn't a crap-hosh week for me personally, but Brodie getting 3 correct scores right. It was a good week for you, Brodie.
How good, huh?
Jeez, we all got 3 wrong straight off the bat.
Wasn't a great start, but
showing our expertise on this podcast.
You really know our stuff here.
We'll just skim through the other games and probably talk about our own teams more. So we had Crystal Palace and Brentford, one of the first games to kick off. Zaha scoring early with Wissa getting a late equaliser to give Brentford a draw. We had Fulham and Brighton. Mitrovic scoring once again for Fulham. He's 5-5 this season, giving Fulham another win, which is not unexpected for me, but you boys did have him in relegation, so a bit unexpected.
I did.
Just while we're on it, real quick, you know Lewis Dunk scored 9 own goals.
Jesus
9?
Christ.
How bad?
I just brought him into my FPL, so I'm cheering.
Loving that.
Yeah, well, that would have to be close to Carragher's record, wouldn't it? I'm pretty sure he has the record for most own goals.
For now. Early days, mate. Early days.
Do you want to go to this one, Chris, or do you want to wait for it till the end?
Yeah, we'll leave it to the end.
All right, no worries.
Get it out
We'll
of the
quickly
way,
go
mate.
through.
Time to vent, yeah.
Leeds vs Everton, another 1-1 draw. Another draw here, Bournemouth and Wanderers.
Yellow ball fest.
Man City, Nottingham, another Erling Haaland hat-trick, and a screamer from João Cancelo.
Flop.
Robot. Absolute robot.
2 games in a row, hat tricks. That's insane.
Yeah.
And even Alvarez comes in and gets a brace as well. So
Yeah,
just shows
mate.
the depth they have.
Yeah.
That's scary. They're scary this season. West Ham and Tottenham, a draw, unexpected.
I thought West Ham were going to steal this, especially they almost had a late equaliser at the end. Their shot went across goal, so unlucky. Would have liked to see West Ham win that, but
Yeah, as a Chelsea fan, you would have loved that, but yeah, a bit surprising that result considering Tottenham's form and West Ham's form. But we'll start off with the Arsenal-Aston Villa game. Obviously, we've got Jack on tonight, Arsenal fan. Will you give us your thoughts on the game?
It's lonely at the top, mate.
Arsenal 5-5 this season.
Should have won by more. I mean, we had that many shots. And Villa have been pretty garbage this year, to be honest. They scored that bullshit goal when I was putting my shoes on for work, so I was But by the time I got in the car, Martinelli scored, so it was good.
cheering.
Good. Cheering.
Are cracks starting to show at Arsenal? Have 2 close calls so far?
Yeah, I'm nervous.
You're nervous?
It's a loss or a draw is coming soon. I think it's just.
Oh well, you've got
As much
another
as
easy
a
game on
biased
Monday.
Arsenal fan as I am, I can. It is still Arsenal at the end of the day.
So you don't think another Invincibles on the cards?
Oh, it'd be nice, but there's no Thierry Henry in our team, is there?
That's true.
You're Henry.
Have your expectations for the season changed since the pre-season, or still the same?
Yeah, I think so. We looked all right in the pre-season, but you can never really judge off the pre-season, especially when you're not playing that great teams. But yeah, didn't expect us to go 5 from 5, to be honest. But have had a pretty easy run.
I feel like that was a shot at Chris. After beating you guys in the
pre-season.
pre-season.
Nah,
I'm talking about the pre. I'm talking about the pre.
They can have the Florida Cup. Don't worry. Oh yeah, lucky for Arsenal, they got another easy game on Monday.
Yeah, probably the easiest of the lot, to be honest.
I was going to leave this to last, Chris, but since you want to play fun, yeah, you can go.
Yeah,
here you go.
Bring it up, get it over and done with. I'm going to rant about the whole starting lineup because, oh man, everyone was shocking in this game. Where do I begin? Disappointing. I did not see a Chelsea team on that pitch. Again, we concede, we drop our heads, and we're just out of that game. But even after scoring the first goal, we still didn't look in it. I'm going to start by putting the finger at Tuchel. I've been here defending him all season, but he's probably a big reason why the dressing room's on a downfall. The lineup he picked before game, I just don't understand. He went with a 4-3-3. He loves his 3-4-3. And he went with a 4-3-3. We're slacking in the midfield with injuries and suspensions, yet he decides to add another option in the midfield, moving Mount there. So I have no idea what he was thinking there. Jorginho, for me, is not a 6. I don't even rate him as a player.
With you on that one.
Yeah, he's been shocking.
Garbage.
Loftus-Cheek, even though I probably prefer him in the midfield, he's been poor lately and he got injured at halftime. So we had to bring on probably an unfit Kovacic, who just came back from injury. And Mount's probably been the same. He hasn't been performing that way. I know he got the assist, but it was a pretty lucky goal on our behalf. With the front three, I was shocked to see Ziyech in the starting lineup. He's made it clear that he doesn't want to be at Chelsea. And same goes with Pulisic, but I'll get to him in a moment. But I don't understand why we're playing players with this mentality. Pulisic was subbed on later in the game, did nothing, and then at the end of the game just walked off the pitch without applauding the away fans. So his attitude's not looking good. At first, I didn't want Pulisic to leave because I know there's a player in there. He looked good before his knee injury against Arsenal in the FA Cup final, the controversial final. I might add. I see a player in there. I feel like if we do sell him, it's just going to be another KDB or Salah moment where he will shine somewhere else, and I think he will shine. There is a player there. He's just not shining at Chelsea. He's not working out in the system, so we're better off just letting him go. Keep everyone happy. I know he wants the game time probably to stay match fit for the World Cup, but he doesn't look happy. And I don't think we should keep him. We should let him go. With Havertz, I defended him on Tuesday night for his gritty performance. I said he was doing well, but man, he was probably the worst on the pitch. He did absolutely nothing. He was just a passenger in that game. Sterling did all right because he got the goal, scrappy goal, as I said before. But after he scored that goal, he was just absent for the rest of the game. I guess that's more down to the Chelsea team itself, but he didn't get involved. And defensively, we still look lost. I'm still quite happy with our defensive lineup. I probably blame more of the midfield and the whole team not controlling the game. But defensively, we're still looking a bit poor, even though we've spent big money in that back line. Unfortunately, Rich James had to pull out because of sickness. But that's not an excuse. I don't think it's a personnel problem. It's more of a performance problem at Chelsea. And also, like Aspie coming into the side, that clearance to give Southampton that corner and then leading to their first goal just shows how there's no confidence. They don't trust each other. They don't trust themselves. It just shows that the mentality at Chelsea is very poor. So very, very disappointing. We haven't had a great performance all season. We haven't had a great performance in the last 12 months, to be honest. The best we played was probably against Tottenham, and still we couldn't get the win there. So not looking good. We'll see if we can turn it around against West Ham, but it's not looking like it.
Yeah, well, you guys didn't look too bad at the start. It was just like after you guys had scored, it was just downhill from there.
We're still on the back foot because even we're talking during the game and we got that goal and I was like, oh man, we needed that goal because it was a bit back and forth. Like Southampton,
It shouldn't be
to
back
them.
and forth.
Yeah, credit for them for getting the win, but they're not a good team. Like everyone had them to finish probably bottom of the table. Going off last season too, they were very poor. Yeah, it's a very shocking loss, very very bad loss to drop points to Southampton.
And you mentioned Tuchel's team selection. I think it's time to be pointed at him now. Do you think his head will be on the chopping block soon?
It has to. Like, where else is the blame going to? I know we got a new owner, so we're still trying to move on with that. But he's out there spending money, so there's no excuse. So he's doing what he can do. Tuchel, I don't know. Yeah, it's more of a system thing. It kind of looks like he's just throwing the dummy. Just I don't know. Just his lineups just don't look like proper lineups. He just looks lost, and he seems to get frustrated. And looks like it's going on towards the players. The players don't look happy. So we'll see.
Yeah. Anything you want to add, Brodie or Jack?
I was just going to say, what do you have any news on when for final will be starting?
Well, he had a training session today, which was surprising because he did.
That's quick.
Yeah, he did his medical in America the other day, so moving quickly. So
you think that'll make a big difference?
Oh well, if it means Reece James gets to play right wing back, it'll make a massive difference. I don't want to see Reece James as a centre back again.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's a couple. I'll probably wait till we start talking about their transfer deadline. But yeah, there's a couple of signings that Chelsea are looking at as well, so we'll bring that up. But yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Chelsea's just their roller coaster, and I'm gonna have heart problems pretty soon if I keep watching them.
All right. Well, good. Well, yeah. Hopefully they have a better result next week for you, Chris, or this weekend, I should say.
Thanks, mate. Thanks.
Well, we'll move on to someone who will be ecstatic after this morning. Loppy time.
Good. How good.
Undeserved.
Nah, give it a rest. I think first half, we looked garbage compared to Newcastle. Newcastle looked amazing in the first half. Isak, their new signing, crazy. Looked like he'd been there for years. You know, he's gelling well, played well, scored a nice goal, scored a second goal, which questionable whether it was onside or offside, to be fair. I'm surprised they didn't give the old benefit of the doubt, but remembered it's not United, so... Well, the wrong United, I should say. United. The wrong United, so they didn't get the benefit of the doubt on that one. But overall, I think the second half was well dominated. We were due 2 goals. Like it was coming from the beginning of the second half. They finally turned it on, which is how they usually, like last year, the whole 90 minutes they played like that, where this year it seems to be, the last 30, now it's the last 45. And I think finally we're starting to get some rhythm, but we can't keep letting the first half. It's too much time to let other teams creep in. And to be fair, with the squad that Newcastle had today, we should have won by, double, triple even. It should have been an easy win, but I'll take the last minute goal. I feel like I'm not going to say it was undeserved because, that's what happens when you time waste. Pope staying down for 2 minutes in stoppage time, trying to slow the play and slow the game. Newcastle bench talking all this nonsense just to get silenced at the end was just great. It was another feeling,
Maybe it's a good rivalry that will start to build for years to come with Newcastle. Obviously,
yeah,
be
for
challenging
sure.
for top 4. So if that's a rivalry that starts happening, that'll be nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so the next game at St James's Park should be really good.
Yeah.
But
in terms I was going to bring up Mohamed Salah. I can see that he got man of the match, but to me, I know we got the 2 assists, but that's what I was going to say. He doesn't look like the Salah. He's not taking his shots that he would.
Yeah,
it's like previously.
Yeah, now Mane's gone. He's got no challenge. Yeah, so he's like he doesn't push himself to the limits that he can. I think when Darwin comes back, he'll have a bit more of a challenge and he'll feel the pressure of Darwin. Hopefully, starts to shine a bit throughout the year, and then Salah will have no choice but to step it up and start taking his shots again. You always see him do that cut back in from the wing, and he usually hits one. And honestly, 7 out of 10 times it hits the target, but he's not even doing that anymore. It's just pass to an option that's probably in a worse off position to shoot than what he is. And like Christian said, once he got the money, he'd do this. Where me and you, Chris, thought the complete opposite. And we're eating our own words at the moment in terms of that.
Yeah, still plenty of time for him, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
talking about the boy that got the winner at the end, Fabio sorry, I can't even speak.
Carvalho?
Fabio Carvalho. Is he a contender for Young Player of the Year, or the way he's been playing since the start of the season?
He's been
not
playing
too
great,
bad.
and I still don't see why we don't start him. Like, we signed him to be the backup midfield, but now we're still in the market looking for a backup midfield. Where I rated him from the beginning. Well, as soon as we signed him, I was hyped. I watched a couple Fulham games last year, because I was staying up so much all the time late at night that there was always games on. And I loved him then, and when we signed him, I was hyped, and then we just bring him off the bench when we really shouldn't. You got now that Henderson's out, ACL injury, I think I read. I think he should get a starting position. And if he does, he can really show what he can bring. Because I love him, mate. I love every part about his play and how he is. And I think we got to utilize him a bit more.
Is he lacking like physical a bit? I know he's still young. He's only 19 or something.
Yeah, he does. He definitely does. He's small, obviously not as strong as how the Premier is. But I don't know. He just brings a spark to the midfield that we don't have at the moment. Fabinho tries, but he's a DM and he's not really built to be doing all that sort of thing.
Elliot had a great game today, so
yeah, he did. He's really stepped up. I ate my words again. A couple of weeks ago, I wrote him off that he's not the man to be in the midfield, but he's the only one that starts that shows any sign of promise for us. Where Carvalho off the bench shows the other side, which would be good if both of them started at this point. I'd be happy, and Fabinho at the 6 would be great.
Yeah,
because we just look a bit shaky in the midfield, and Henderson injuries. I'm not upset about it, to be honest.
Yeah, really relatable. As you were saying with the contender, the only problem with Fabio being a contender is probably this guy, Haaland. He's only 22 years old, so he's
still,
like he'll take the top spot.
I forget how young he is. The guy looks like he's 46.
I know, he doesn't look human.
Good day.
Go back to, you mentioned Darwin Núñez before, but Bobby Firmino has stepped up since in Núñez's absence. And do you think Núñez walk straight back into the team, or?
I don't know about. I think he won't walk back into the team, but I think at the same time I'm glad Bobby's turning up because now it gives them both the energy to fight for the spot. Yeah. Where when Darwin was in, Firmino already he already knew he was done out. But now he's got 3 goals and 3 assists in the last 2 games. That now the pressure's on Darwin to turn up. So yeah. I'm actually glad that Bobby's done well because now hopefully we can bring out the best in Darwin and see what he can bring.
Yeah, it was crazy. There was talks about Bobby leaving during the summer, and you're probably glad that he hasn't now.
Yeah, I wanted him to stay either way because he needs someone to. Oh, sorry, Darwin needs Bobby to teach him how to play the 9 like how we play. You know what I mean? Because it's a different style of
that false 9
and it's not always get in behind. It's come back and play somewhat in the mid at the same time as just the positioning and the style of play. I think would be good. So that is here and he's back in form.
Yeah, having Núñez come off the bench is a massive impact too. We've seen that in the I can't remember which game it was, but early in the season.
Game. You were telling me.
Yeah, that's right. And
I missed that one. I was burning.
Oh no, he didn't score the double, but he got a goal and assist to bring the game back. So good signs.
Hope
so.
Right,
lads. Well, the only other game left this weekend this midweek is Leicester City versus Manchester United. I mentioned it on Tuesday. I already talked about it on Tuesday, so I won't go into too much depth. I'm still a bit worried. It looks like the league's more competitive than ever this year, with teams getting results against each other that you wouldn't expect. So even though Leicester are sitting last with only 1 point, I'm still a bit worried traveling to the King Power and seeing how they do. But yeah, with Casemiro should definitely be starting tomorrow. I would say so in the midfield with probably Eriksen and Bruno. And if we continue with Malacia, Dalot, Varane and Martinez at the back, I think we should be all right. But still, like Jack said before about Arsenal, United in the past couple of years have been the same. It's still United. So let's hope we can get the job done there because we know what happened there last year.
Yeah, I feel like this is a massive game for United. This pretty much sets the path of where they're going to finish this season. So, if they bring in the new boys and they can actually get a good result here, could be good signs for United. But yeah, if they drop points here, then probably still be worried.
Yeah, for sure.
No. If we can get 3 on the trot, that'd be really good. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. Let's see if I'm depressed or jubilated going to work tomorrow. But that's it for the midweek, game week 5. Next up, transfer deadline day. So I think there's less than probably
12 hours exactly now. I think 8 a.m. is when it shuts. So
we're gonna wake up serious.
Yeah, this is where it gets a bit silly. You'll just see everything
and everything
blowing up.
Zidane's coming back out of retirement. I'll just start off with it was official. We posted it on our socials just before at 6:30 p.m. Anthony was announced and unveiled by Manchester United. I doubt he starts against Arsenal on Sunday. Probably give him time to embed, but that's all I've got to say.
I don't want him doing his 360 spins on
that's
the wing
what I was just
against
as
us.
soon as you said that, I imagine him standing on the spot as he's getting unveiled doing that bloody spin thing he does.
And the only other thing about United is Ten Hag came out and said today that Ronaldo is staying at United and he's been a part of the plans, and both player and manager are on the same page. So that's it for really the United talk. All our transfer probably talk is done for us. Can't see us signing anyone else.
$250 million. I think you guys are done.
Well, Chelsea's getting close to $500 million. Also, I'll mention the Chelsea ones. There's a couple. Aubameyang looking like... I'll probably get Jack's opinion on this too. Aubameyang's looking close to signing with Chelsea. Rumour is a £10 million fee plus Marcus Alonso. Unfortunately, Aubameyang is suffering from a broken jaw after being a victim of a house robbery in Barcelona. So that might be... He'll be out for a couple of weeks, even if he makes the signing. But... yeah, at first I was like, I was a bit hesitant on this signing, but I'm all for it. I want him to come in. I can see how much we're lacking up top. So I know he's 33 years old. With the first rumor was we were going to spend 30 million on him. That's probably what turned me away from it. 30 million for a 33-year-old striker is a bit worrying, but to offload Marcus Alonso and just pay 10 million, I'm all for it. I would love to bring him in.
Sure.
What are your thoughts, Jack, on Aubameyang going to crosstown rivals?
Yeah, enjoy the baggage that comes with that. Look, he'd be good for you because he can always get goals. It was always it wasn't up until the last maybe 6 months that he was with Arsenal that he stopped scoring goals or playing as good as he can. But if you can sign someone like him, he'll definitely get you goals, I think.
Yeah, that's the worrying thing.
Probably he really wants to be there or not.
Yeah,
you can tell towards the end of before he left Arsenal, you could tell he just didn't want to be there.
Yeah. We'll see what his attitude is like. Thomas Tuchel came out and said that he had no problems with him, but that was 8 years ago. So who knows? People change.
Just don't make him your captain.
Oh yeah, jeez. Yeah, another one. This one's a bit surprising. Christian sent this to me this morning. Chelsea advanced talks with Leipzig to sign Joshua Guardiola for a fee of 90 million. Centre-back from the Bundesliga. We just signed it shocked me because we just signed Fofana for 80 million. And now we're slashing another 90 million on another centre-back. So I was a bit shocked. But apparently the rumour is to sign him this season and loan him back to Leipzig for this season and then have him ready for next season when Thiago Silva turns 39. So they might show him the door. So they're getting prepped for next season. So
that's a lot of money. I've never seen him play, to be fair, so I can't really comment on it.
But from what I've heard, he looks good. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. And then the other one, the other two that I'll bring up, I don't think they'll go through because I'm pretty sure the Dutch window is already closed. They close a day before the world transfer window does. But these are the signings that only made sense to me. Chelsea rumoured to put forward a €50 million bid to sign Mexican midfielder Edson Alvarez from Ajax. We're in desperate need of a number 6, definitely, or even just midfielders in general. Ajax have already sold half their club to Man United, so I kind of see them sending out another one. And like I said, with the window closed, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. But yeah, I really want Chelsea to dip into the midfield market. And the other one was Ibrahim Sangare from PSV. So
that would be a decent signing.
Yeah, it's another good one. 45 million bid, but like I said, I don't think it'll go through. So we'll have to keep an eye on that.
As well, actually, while you're on it, just saying that apparently Aubameyang's done.
Aubameyang's done.
Confirmed.
7.5 million plus Alonso.
Oh, even less.
Yeah,
Jeez.
That's nice.
Pretty
Don't
sure
know how reliable the source is though, so I wouldn't quote me on it. But
wasn't he man Fabio?
Nah, it wasn't my man Fabio.
Oh yeah,
Fabio Carvalho.
Yeah. Apparently they rejected 15 million yesterday for
they really
15
have a
million
choice.
And Alonso. So yeah, I have no idea. So for it to just 7.5 sounds pretty good to me. So
That's a bargain.
Yeah, happy with that. Just the wage bill might be a bit worrying, but it's all right. Everyone's on high wages at Chelsea.
Sure.
One more I saw from Chelsea. Youngster Billy Gilmore was apparently being chased by Brighton on a permanent deal. It's up to
that one looks like it's done too.
Yeah, it's just up to Thomas Tuchel whether he goes out or not.
If we sell him, I hope we sell him with a buyback clause at least because he'll probably shine, especially under Graham Potter. So we'll see. That's a good move for him. At first I thought it was a loan, but I just remembered that I forgot. Colwell is at Brighton on loan, and you can't loan out two players to the same club. So yeah, it had to be a permanent deal.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm all for it. If we're not going to use him at our club, go for it. But hopefully we put a buyback in there because he might shine. We've seen him shine in a couple of games, but he hasn't fit the Chelsea system since Lampard's left.
Yeah.
All right, and we'll move on to Arthur from Juventus. Medical to be done tonight. He's going to be moving to Liverpool on loan with no option rumored. Option to buy rumored. So, what do you think about that, Brodie?
I mean, at this point, honestly, I'll take any midfielder. To be fair, now with Henderson injured as well, I think it's a smart move business-wise. Whether he's definitely not the missing piece. I think once Thiago's back, Arthur won't see the light of day. But at the moment, I'll take it. I'll definitely I'm never going to say no to any midfielder at this point.
I can still see him starting next to Thiago. I think that's a good lineup. I wouldn't really have Elliott or Carvalho in front of him just yet.
Nah, agreed. But when Henderson's back, I can't see them not playing Henderson.
I'd probably still play Arthur in front of Henderson.
I would personally.
I don't really rate
Henderson
this season.
anymore.
Yeah, he's getting a bit old.
He's getting too old this year. Last year, I feel he played well, but this year he doesn't look himself. So I'll definitely take it. I'm happy with it.
All right, and I'll just rattle through a couple of more. Douglas Luiz is apparently set to leave Aston Villa. Steven Gerrard came out and said that he's not in control of the Luiz situation, but feels that they shouldn't let the player go, even though he has 1 year left on his contract. Bernardo Silva has come out today and said that he is happy to stay at Man City and will be staying there for this season. We posted on our socials this morning that Akanji is set to go to Manchester City as well. Medical completed and successful, just need to finalise the details. And finally, Kazawa to Fulham. Apparently, he's joining them on loan. He's doing his medical as we speak.
That's a good pull for Fulham.
Yeah.
With Man City, Akanji, I'm surprised they didn't really dip into the fullback situations after losing Zinchenko. I don't know if anyone else in that backline can play out wide, but yeah, we'll see if that affects them, especially when Champions League is around the corner.
Yeah, Champions League starting next Wednesday. All right, that's all I've got. That's all I've got for transfers.
What's Champions League, by the way?
Don't worry, Arsenal United going undefeated in the Champions League this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jack, do you have any Arsenal transfer talk? Or do you know?
I know we've been looking at Tielemans for most of the window, but I think I saw that they were waiting till the next window when you can get him on a free transfer, but I think we need to kind of get him now because we are pretty thin in the midfield as well. Partey's injured, El Neni's injured, so we need someone like him in there.
Yeah, it would be a great signing. But yeah, that's about it. You've been seeing that we've been posting on the socials every morning and at night as well about any transfers, so it'll be the same tomorrow morning. And yeah, I'll keep you updated on the socials on our Instagram page. Make sure you like and follow it. But now, moving on, match week 6, and we've got a big game on Saturday night here.
You mean easy game?
We'll see, because we are going to be doing a live stream for this one. It's the Merseyside derby, Everton versus Liverpool.
Hoping to see another Pickford challenge of Van Dijk.
100%.
They'll be picking it out of the back of the net, mate. That's all.
I'll just quickly run it off through the predictions. So, Brodie, you're obviously confident going for a 4-0 win. For Liverpool, Chris has gone for 3-0. Jack has also gone for 4-0. And myself, I'm going for a little bit of a closer game. You know me, like the old form goes out the window in derby matches. So,
well, I didn't realise, I wasn't thinking. It is at Goodensted.
Yeah.
Everton are hard to beat there, even though they've been a poor club lately.
Yep.
And Liverpool still, I don't know, they still haven't really shown much other than that 9-0 Bournemouth game. But if they get an early goal, I can see them running away with it.
All right. Brentford Leeds. Brodie's gone 2-2. Chris has gone 1-1. I've gone 2-2, and Jack has gone 2-1. So a bit of a theme there with the draws besides Jack. He's back to 2-1 win. Chelsea versus West Ham, Chris's team. Brodie, for once now, go on. Let's go.
Realistic. You like that one, Chris?
He's gone for a 2-1. Chris is going for a 1-0. I've gone for a 1-1, and Jack's gone for a 3-1 win.
1-1 as well, but I got to back Chelsea.
Yeah.
Keep picking them to win. But
do you got anything to say about the game, Chris?
Well, we need a win. We're usually on a roller coaster. We have a good game, bad game, good game, bad game. So hopefully we can get a result here. But luckily for us, West Ham haven't been performing that well themselves. So hopefully we can get a result. But yeah, I don't know. London derby, it's always a tough one.
Form goes out the window.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, Stamford Bridge. You expect us to win?
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, we'll have to wait and see.
All right. Newcastle, Crystal Palace. Brodie's gone 3-2. Chris has gone 1-0. I've gone 2-0. And Jack has gone 3-2. So we're all in favour of Newcastle winning. Nottingham, Bournemouth. Oh, sorry.
With Newcastle. I'm not even too confident with Newcastle winning that. I'm still impressed with the way Crystal Palace have been playing this season.
Yeah.
So, except for against Arsenal.
Newcastle at home, and they have been pretty great defensively, so I can see them getting the clean sheet. But yeah, I think it'll be a tough game.
Is Wilson back for Newcastle for this game?
Let's have a look.
Is he? I don't think so. Even so, Isaac's looking great.
I might have to change my pick if he isn't.
They even say Maximin. If Maximin's not back, I think as well it's going to be massive.
Yeah.
Well, they were missing Bruno Guimaraes this morning as well, but he hasn't done that much this season compared to the end of last year. So
yeah, last year was scoring goals for fun.
Nottingham, Bournemouth. Brodie's gone nil.
Yeah,
Chris has gone
nil. Who's first?
Chris has gone for a 2-1 Nottingham win, same as myself, and Jack has gone for a 1-0 Nottingham win. Yeah, I don't think this will be the most entertaining game. Two promoted clubs coming up against each other. Nottingham looked exciting at home.
Yeah, I was going to disagree. I think I've been watching Nottingham. They love to go forward, even against bigger teams. Like, I won't say big team because it's Spurs, but bigger compared to them.
That's right.
If anything, Forest are probably bigger. They've got 2 Champions Leagues to their name. Got more
You're not wrong.
Tottenham. Yeah. But watching them go forward, they're pretty entertaining to watch. They're not clinical as other teams are.
Just seems like they can't finish.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but with Bournemouth, with all the dramas with their manager getting the sack, and I know they got a decent result on Wednesday. I think they got a draw or something. Was it that the nil?
Yeah,
nil.
Yeah.
So that's a decent result for them, I guess, coming off the bad news. But yeah, that's the only reason why I've gone for a Nottingham win. But yeah, it could be a ball fest, but we'll have to wait and see.
All right, talking about Tottenham versus Fulham, another London derby. 2 London teams going against each other. Brodie's gone 4-1. Chris and I have gone 3-1, and same as Jack, actually.
It pains me, but I've got them winning.
Yeah.
I think they're too strong for Fulham. I think.
Yeah, I was going to say this will be a decent game, I reckon. I think if Fulham continue the way they're playing. Oh, here we go. Mitrovic hat-trick incoming.
I was waiting for that line.
He's definitely the one in the 3-1 though.
Definitely, yeah.
He's a freak.
And Fulham just look like they're going to get stronger with their signings. William's not really a massive one because he's a bit old, but
Still,
coming
that's
in. That's
still big for Fulham.
yeah, it's good. It's good signs for
I
Fulham.
thought he was big for us when we signed him 2 years ago. Oh yeah, just.
All right. Wolves, Southampton. Brodie's
We've
gone
all
1
gone
all.
across the board.
Actually, yeah, we're all 1 all.
Oh,
That's
far out.
another snooze fest.
I
that
think
one.
this is a ball fest. This is definitely going to be a ball fest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was even tempted to go nil on this one too.
yeah. I thought about it.
I did as well. Yeah.
I would like
Oh, yeah.
watching Southampton. Like Shea Adams up top looks good. I can see him getting a goal. When Wolves can. They've got that attacking prowess to them. They just can't finish themselves. So yeah, 1 all sounds about
Fair.
right. So yeah, and we can all agree.
All right. Aston Villa, Man City. Brodie and I have gone 4-1, and Chris and Jack have gone 4-0.
Oh,
So we can all see City scoring 4 goals.
we're in sync here. Whoa.
Haaland will
Really
score
similar
all of
picks.
them. He'll score all of them.
Make sure you captain in the Fantasy Premier League, Brodie.
100%.
Yeah, I thought they might rest Haaland, but he came off in the 60th minute. He still got a hat trick, so
Yes,
Yeah.
he'll be raring to go in this game too. So I don't think he'll be
Come off
rested.
with the pointer.
Yeah, I know. Jeez, what a
Yeah, it's
substitute.
ridiculous.
That's crazy.
All right. Brighton, Leicester. Brodie's gone 2-0. Chris has gone 1-0. Myself and Jack have gone 2-1. Not much to go into it.
Yeah, Brighton
depending
at
on how
home.
Leicester go against us, you don't know if they pick up some form, if they beat us, but it's a bit hard to tell. But
Oh,
game of the week.
battle of the
big
small
one.
Europa League battle.
This is a Europa League final, my friend.
I can actually predict. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that happening.
Still back Roma to win it, to be honest. But yeah, Man United versus Arsenal. I got to say, because the era I started watching, the Premier League, it was us and Arsenal. So I got a real hatred for Arsenal up there with Liverpool. So it's always want to beat Arsenal when we play them. So looking at it, sorry, what were you gonna say, Chris?
Oh, I was looking at Jack's 3-0. I would love to watch that game if that was the case.
That would give me a heart attack, but I would love
Not the
it.
worst time, though.
Yeah, 1:30 on a Monday morning. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm
I
tempted
think-
to watch this game even though they're not my team, but
I think I'm going to watch it too, to be honest with you.
I don't
We'll do a
know
live
if
stream.
I want to watch it, to be honest.
you know what? I can actually see this is probably where Arsenal look like they might drop their points, but
Yeah, I think the winning streak's got to end somewhere, and we haven't really played any decent teams. So this is probably the first decent team we've come across this year.
yeah.
And
I think yeah, go on.
yeah, I'm worried because at the end of today's game, Odegaard come off with a foot ankle injury. He was icing it. Ramsdale had a hamstring injury by the look of it. So if those two are out, that's big for us.
Does Smith Rowe fill into that Odegaard position? I haven't really watched Smith Rowe this season. I don't know.
He come on for Odegaard today
Okay.
and played in the midfield, which he doesn't normally do.
Yeah.
But I mean, when we're as short as we are there, I think you need to play someone like him in there.
Yep.
Bit of creative spark in the middle there.
Yeah, I was just gonna say probably get more of an understanding of this game after United play Leicester, just to see how United are going.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's why it's a bit hard to call the Leicester Brighton game and us and Arsenal. It's a bit hard to tell without us playing our game yet. But yeah, I went for the 2-all. You can see Jack's gone for the 3-all, Chris has gone 1-all, and Brodie's back in Arsenal, of course. He's on the Arsenal bandwagon.
6.
My man.
He's loving Arsenal this season.
My man.
Up Arsenal.
But yeah, I think this will be one of the most entertaining games of the season. Yeah, like I said, it'll probably give me a heart attack this game.
Oh, this is forgot to mention. I seen this on Facebook. It's the triple Anthony's versus the triple Gabriels.
Hey.
True.
But yeah, yeah. Well, that's it for match week 6. Do you boys want to move on to Fantasy Premier League? Or
We got one more prediction from your mate.
actually, Stanley?
Oh.
5-0.
5-0 up Ipswich.
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
4-1.
They did win 6-0 against Northampton midweek, so massive win for them. Still
I
undefeated.
can actually
but-
start keeping an eye. I think there'll be a second team. There'll be Stay Onside second team. So we'll keep an eye
100%.
on them.
All right.
All right.
Well, yeah. Do you boys want to move on to Fantasy Premier League, or did you want to jump?
Not
to...
really. I don't
Yeah.
really want to talk about
Bring it on,
Brodie.
mate.
Brodie does. Let's just bring
Yeah.
up Brodie's team. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I've had a terrible week, but Brodie killing
This is
it.
Brodie's team. 70.
Haaland
with the
34
Rich
points.
James. This is the problem with playing fantasy in Australia. We have to
Yeah,
get up at 3 a.m. to see that Rich James was out. So
Well, that's what I said. Remember, I said I woke up at 3 o'clock, and that's when the lockout started.
happened.
And I saw that Rich James was out, and I couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, shocking. Haaland captain, great call.
Only if you use the triple captain.
I thought I captained Salah, which would have been alright because he ended up getting double assist, but I captained Jesus. So I'm having a shocker. It's alright, he still got the goal, which says
it could have been worse.
Could have been worse, but
yeah.
I haven't been. My captain choices have been horrible. But all around the park, looking pretty good.
Yeah.
I took out Rodrigo because he's done. Dislocated shoulder, I think it is.
Oh, really? Well, at least you got him for the good. You had him in early, which is good. Everyone else just brought him in, so they're spewing.
Yeah, so I got a good week out of him.
Yeah, he made $500,000 on him.
Yeah, so I'm happy. And then I took him out. I brought in Gross from Brighton.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
that's he's been doing all right this year.
He's been playing up front too. Good. He's moving up. So
yeah,
you're killing it.
Yeah, I don't really want to go into my team.
Let's wait till next. We'll wait till the weekend games. I'm not getting it. All right, we're going on for 41 minutes. I think we'll finish off with your onside offside. I heard you got some ready for us.
Yeah, perfect. And this might cause some debate, which I love a debate. I love some arguments on the stream. We'll start off with Drogba was a better goal scorer than Thierry Henry.
Nah. Stop.
Offside.
Yeah, I'm a Chelsea fan. After the offside. Thierry Henry.
Drogba was great, but not like Henry finish.
Come on, man.
Really?
Drogba is a clutch player. If we're playing in a final, I would play Drogba.
Yeah.
But Thierry Henry was on another level.
That was the main reason I said onside, to be fair. That was the fact that he scored in League Cup finals, FA Cup finals, Champions League finals, won Chelsea trophies, big trophies as well, Drogba.
That's Arsenal doesn't know what that is.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Drogba is a better player. No, sorry, not a better player, better goal scorer. If you're talking about technical ability, on the ball, everything, it is Thierry Henry, but as an out-and-out goal scorer, it's Drogba for me.
Yeah. You could, as a finisher.
As much as finals matter, but you got to do it all year long.
He did do it all year long. That's the thing.
He did. He was a clutch player. He was great.
Like Henry, good.
But Thierry Henry is just he's class above.
Yeah. All right. Well, looks like I'm out.
I have to say offside, even though from a Chelsea perspective.
No, fair enough. All right, keeping with the Arsenal thing, because we knew Jack would be on here. Arsenal's Invincibles were a better side than United's treble-winning side.
Oh. Wait, say again. Start. I don't know how to answer. I know what my answer is, but I don't know what you started with. Say it again.
Arsenal's Invincibles were a better side than United's treble-winning side.
Nah, offside.
Yeah, even I'm going to have to say offside on that one.
Right, so
I mean, when you get 47 draws in a 38 league, I mean, it's not that good, you know? Just saying.
My God.
Well, you corrected us to Arsenal ended up getting 90 points that season. So that's
it
not
was
too bad.
90. Yeah, there's still
90 points is like you wouldn't even finish top 4 with that anymore.
But I'll just go into it a little bit.
Probably finished behind City 3 years in a row with 90.
Yeah, you would.
I wouldn't know.
You finished third, even with Liverpool. Liverpool's been only 1 point behind City.
Right,
yeah, you were saying you got to give us some facts.
Yeah, I was going to give you some. We'll go into some facts. Yes, obviously, Man United won the Premier League, FA Cup, UCL. Arsenal had a little dig in there, drew their way to the Premier League title. Were knocked out by United in the semi-finals of the FA Cup and knocked out by Chelsea in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. So I was just going to be my little argument tool.
I'll see what this is.
No, he's never coming back. He went from a cameo to a harassment.
To camo. He's going to disappear.
All right, and then the last one.
Finish off.
Your country winning the World Cup is a bigger achievement than your club winning the UCL.
Well, when it's Australia, no. I mean, we're never winning a World Cup.
No, but just in general, like
would you win in the Champions League? So I don't know.
No, but in general, like, how would you feel more? What would you feel more happy with? Australia win the World Cup or Arsenal win the Champions League?
onside. I'm going to say Australia winning the World Cup because
Yeah,
it's
I think-
less
I think
likely
so
to
as
happen
well.
than any of our teams winning the UCL.
Yeah. Well, I think besides Jack, we've all seen our team win the UCL in our
Yeah,
lifetime.
we've
so-
been there, we've done that.
We've been there, done that.
That's old news.
Yeah,
The World Cup is so much more prestigious. Like you're talking about a competition that's every year to a competition that's every 4 years.
Yeah.
I guess if the UCL was every 4 years, I'd actually say UCLA.
Yeah. But yeah,
Well, not
definitely World
UCLA,
Cup.
not like the university, but UCL.
But that's it for onside, offside. Yeah, then that's it for the stream. So, Jack, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us today.
Big ups, Jack.
Thanks
Pleasure
for having
having
me,
you.
boys. It's been a pleasure.
That's great, mate.
Hopefully,
And,
next time you come on, Arsenal's at the bottom of the table.
I guess you don't want me on again, huh?
I was about to say, depending on the result on Monday, I might have you back on here.
Yeah, okay. I'll do that.
But no, yeah, and Chris and Brodie, as always, pleasure hosting with you boys.
It's been great.
Obviously, we'll be back on a Saturday night, hopefully, to watch the Merseyside derby. Maybe see Brodie tears of joy or tears of sadness. We'll
Tears
see.
of joy only, mate.
But yeah, that's it, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and always remember to stay on side.
Yes, I love that.